I'm Stephanie White. I work for the Big Ten Network, and I was a member of the Purdue team in 1999 that won a national championship and went undefeated through conference play. It's awesome to see Maryland in the conference. You know, I think that one of the most exciting things for me when we heard that Maryland was coming to the Big Ten was that women's basketball directly benefits, probably more so than any sport. So it was very exciting, and it's such a hard thing to go through a season, a conference season, any kind of season undefeated. It takes so many things that have to come together and really fit perfectly together. You have to, first and foremost, always be on. You can't have an off day. You have to have a little bit of luck on your side in terms of staying injury-free and really managing players' minutes, practice time, so it always takes a little bit of luck. I think more than anything, it just takes an extreme amount of maturity and focus on behalf of everybody involved in the organization. You have to have a team-first, selfless mentality, and when you do that and you can put all of those things together on the floor, then special things happen.
I know you're ready to play. I know you're all ready to play. All right, you gotta love March, right? March is about controlling your destiny to march on. And you got to understand, again, what I love about March is the team that has the stronger mindset, the team that is the most resilient, is the team that marches on. Each and every one of you is going to have your number called. Are you going to be ready? Of course you're going to be ready. Of course you're going to be ready because you have worked yourself to be ready for this moment.
I think there's no question that when you come into a new league, it's a different dynamic. Not only are you unfamiliar to everybody else, but you don't know anybody in the league. You haven't studied them and their ins and outs. One of the hard things about conference play is that every team, every coach, every player knows one another's strengths and weaknesses, and so your game plans adhere to that. And so coming into a new environment where there's a new scout every single night, there's fresh new players that you haven't seen on a daily basis, I think it makes it that much more challenging and makes it that much more impressive what Maryland's been able to do.
Diamond! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Oh, when the turf, so much in turf, so when the turf go marching on. And the turf go marching on.
Heck of a first game. And I think the thing that you see is that, the best teams that are united, all right, come ready to play. Each and every one of you was ready to play today. Phenomenal job. You know, I was told by TV you were on the bench, cheering, giving great support, okay? That's the growth you're talking about. Because again, all right, if we're fortunate enough to do our job 3 games in 3 days, each and every one of you is going to be called on. Continue to lock in. Oh, good. Good job out there. Good, thank you. We were ready to go from the tip. I thought how we came out, our start was really critical to our success. Our press, being really aggressive, it was probably one of the best 40-minute games we've had defensively. And then, we really got going in our transition, attack mentality, sharing the basketball, and so many contributions. I loved the depth we were able to share. When you talk about playing 11 players in this game, it was critical to our success.
We came in knowing that it's tough to beat a team 3 times, but we were ready and motivated, looking to get our first Big Ten championship in the tournament.
She did great today. Yeah, she did great today. She was really aggressive, This is the KC we see in practice every day, and I was really proud of her, and she did a great job. Yeah, tear. So, one last step in her game is the energy. You know?
The excitement.
The excitement. It's coming. It's coming.
It was a lot of fun. The atmosphere is awesome, and coming in as our inaugural Big Ten season and coming into the tournament for the first time, it was a lot of fun just to soak it all up. And for me, it's my first tournament in general, but it was fun to share it with everybody who's also in their first Big Ten.
You know, didn't show that it was her first tournament as a freshman. Thought she came in rock solid, gave us a ton of energy. Both ends of the floor, Kristen Comfrey!
Too often, we get caught thinking about beating the other team. Our focus is nonstop on beating the other team. And that's actually not where our focus needs to be. Our focus needs to be on mastering ourselves. Our excellence, our standard is better than any team in this conference, but we have to be at our standard.
I think when you look coming into a tournament like this, you know that to win the championship, you're going to be required to play 3 games in 3 days. Just having that in your mind as you go through your planning process is important. Looking at what we're doing in terms of recovery, you know, what are we doing right after practice and games to make sure we're prepared for the next day. It's been great to see them put in that extra effort with recovery and nutrition and then get the results on the floor. Coming into this game, I think everyone's really excited to see you know, what's going to happen.
We came in really prepared. Our girls came in really loose, excited about their first Big Ten tournament. So we're just trying to go in and win 3 games. And the goal, which Coach Freeze has always talked about, win the next one. And that's all we're focusing on, game by game. Playing 3 straight days is really a challenge physically, but more so mentally. Because once you get fatigued, you start having unforced turnovers, unforced errors. The shot is different. The way you execute plays is totally different from day 1 energy than day 3 energy. So everything is taken into account when you're playing 3 straight games.
I think we're excited. I think we're ready for revenge. I think we're going to come out a whole different team and just energetic. I think we're going to be like we want to win the Big Ten championship, so that's our goal, and there's not going to be a team that's going to stop us from that.
You shouldn't have said that, little girl. Yeah, just put it on repeat. Let it go.
We're on a mission, right? We're on a mission. When you talk about teams don't want to see us go where we want to go, they don't decide, we decide. We're on a mission where we're relentless every time we step out on the court because we can decide how hard we want to play. You know, I think the thing that was different this time is just how hard Northwestern came out initially. You know, they were very aggressive, confident. They had a lot of energy. I thought we just needed to settle in and understand it's a game of runs, which we eventually did. Y'all need a lot of work on this. You got to clean it up in the second half in transition. Because you have to understand, you know, both teams had runs. They're going to come at you and see and try to give you another punch and see how you're going to respond. But I mean, I'm semi, and I mean this seriously, like sort of laughing in terms of how some of us, and it's a great lesson to learn, are freaking out early. Okay, trust yourselves. Trust yourselves. Because you just saw the blueprint, all right? You just saw the blueprint when we lock in defensively, when we're on offense. Don't ever let people dictate. When they want to come in and they want to give that punch early, okay, but they forget how much fight we have in here, collectively in this locker room. So again, understand, you have to understand these next 20 minutes, it's going to come down to the team that is the most locked in together. There's going to be runs, there's going to be adversity, there's going to be bad calls, but you know what? You play through it, you're above it, you stay confident, you stick together like you did, and you go possession by possession, 1 possession at a time you value. You got to lock in, you got to want this more. Now, listen, oftentimes what happens is you guys could get lazy, which I know is not going to happen for when you get back in, all right? You guys don't get lazy what you're doing here. Stay locked in. We need you to be as sensational as you were. I thought the difference in the game was our bench. I mean, our bench came ready to play. Defensively, they started kind of settling us in, and playing together, making plays to be able to get us back into the lead. And I thought Brene was terrific when you talk about her play off the bench, just what she's been able to give us consistently for the last 2 games, and it just makes us a dangerous team. And our glue, we don't win this game today if we don't have our glue. It's the bench. Here we go. All right, let's rock and roll. Tyler says, rock and roll, dude. I love it. Shows me you're ready to play. Hey, tonight, all right, I want to remind you, when your heart starts to beat, tonight, it's a reminder how much passion you have for your teammates and your coaches, right? Okay, you got to lock yourself in. Tonight, we have to have a laser-like focus. All right, a laser-like focus with what we're doing tonight. These kind of games are what we are wired for. We embrace these kind of games. And so you have to understand, when you come into games like this, 3 games in 3 days, right? 3 games in 3 days, it's really, really easy. It's really easy to go buy into fatigue, right? It's easy to go feel pain. It's easy to go hit the wall. If you choose that choice. If you choose that choice. But you know what? That's not us. That's not us. And you got to understand, as this game goes on, we are going to separate ourselves. As this game goes on, we are going to get stronger and stronger with every minute that is being played. As this game goes on, you gotta want this game to be physical. It's because you know what? Punch for punch, blow for blow, they can't match us. They don't have a Coach Katie on their staff. All right, they didn't prepare them like she prepared you guys for this summer. So you gotta understand, when this game goes on, it's about having an endless amount of energy for 40 minutes. We set the bar here. We set the standard, we set the bar in everything we do. You go out and you show Ohio State. You go out and show Ohio State who's mentally more tougher, physically who's more tougher, emotionally who's more tougher through this game. Go show them Maryland basketball. They're losing their poise and their composure.
We gotta stay together. Stay together. Us. We're united.
You can feel it. All right.
Let's go.
Here we go. Here we go. All down. That's right. Hey, we're good, guys. We're good. Relax.
I love you. I appreciate you.
You don't even know how to act, do you, buddy?
I've been
You
crying
don't even know how
and
to act.
everything.
You don't even know how to act.
Thank you.
Man, I feel blessed. I feel I'm happy and definitely proud of the whole team. I mean, from the players to the staff down to the to the managers, video guys. Everybody had a huge part in success so far this season, and it was real special. Like I said, I just definitely feel blessed. That's the main thing that can describe how I feel right now.
How sweet is this? All season long, this group has they've showed how united they are, what a special group. It took 3 days of a selfless team being united. I'm so proud of each and every one of them.
Getting to support them and having them support us, it just makes us so much more comfortable. We get to play with both teams, but we really love the women's team because they're so much more open. They really inspire us because of how well they play day in, day out, and we always try to aspire to be as good as they are.
I'm just so appreciative and honored to have our marching band here. I mean, when you talk about the great lengths that they took to get here, to bus here, the amount of time that it took, was something that I shared with our team. Again, our sixth man, you talk about energy and their selflessness. They're what helps drive all of this, and I can't say enough about them.
I'm Megan Robinson. I'm an associate producer at ESPN, and I'm here today covering the Maryland women's basketball team. And we're going to be at the selection show tonight to find out what seed they are, what bracket they're in. We sent crews to 4 different teams: UConn, Maryland, Notre Dame, and South Carolina. And we sort of took a hard look at the standings and the brackets and who we think would make it far in the tournament. So Maryland, we think will have a pretty good tournament run and hopefully make the Final Four, and that's why we picked them as one of the teams to talk to.
It was really cool. ESPN came in and they asked us a bunch of questions. They asked about our style of play, they asked about Coach B, they asked about the team, and it was just really cool. They got to see what our team was about by asking us all the questions they did.
They spent a lot of time here, interviewed players, got some shots at practice, some shots around the building, interviewed Brenda, then they actually interviewed me and my 2 sons. I'm not sure what they got out of our interviews, but we were happy to help. Interviewing Marcus and Tyler is actually pretty interesting because as a parent, I sat there and watched it, and they weren't exactly talking a lot.
What do you like about your mom and dad?
No good.
A little bit of experience. I tried to jump in at the end and help a little bit with a few questions. 1, because I know my kids. 2, I've worked in TV, so I sort of know what they're looking for. And I hope they got something out of it. We'll find out.
Tonight is always a really incredible time for us. It's the selection show. unveiling the brackets. And I know for us it's a long weekend, to build up to Monday night to be able to get ready. But tonight, we did something different in terms of coming down on the main floor of Xfinity, bring all our fans. They came out early. And to be a part of it, we had a lot of great local coverage. We were one of the teams selected by ESPN to be on the show a lot tonight. So that really meant a lot to us, to have that national recognition within the show, and to be able to celebrate this time with our fans made it even more incredible.
This was a lot of fun, I think about when I first got here, we were trying to get a 4 or 5th seed, and then over the years, we've gotten a 3 seed to get to a 2 seed, and now we're here at a 1 seed. So, just to see the progression of this program and how we've evolved over the years has been so much fun. And then to see us go from Heritage Hall, now we're in the arena, and to be able to celebrate with our fans behind us, and even our family and our friends, it was just a great night,
So we can, hold on, time out. Move, Chloe, you messing me up.
Take 2, ready, action.
I'm really happy we get a #1 seed, but Coach B told us today that seeding doesn't matter, just moving on is what we really need to focus on. So I think we'll go take on each opponent as we're the last seed, they're the first seed, and come out and beat them.
I've had an awesome experience at Maryland today. Everybody has been so helpful and so nice, and Coach Freeze was amazing and super nice, and all of the girls were friendly and fun to work with and did not hold back and gave me really great answers. So I would definitely love to come back and work with them again because they were so great and easy.
We don't have to chase 42.
Guys, this is my favorite song. I grew up with this song. I just want you to know, this is the chicken song. When you grow up in Iowa, this is what you do, just so you know. Oh my God, and you do this and you dance around. All right, here we go.